Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
In New York, I merely rock, hiding in my socks, running from a up, and I shoot at up.
Welcome one and all to the third episode of The Lucky Scholars. This is your boy RB3 coming at you live from my esteemed apartment. And we have here a couple of guests. Of course, our friend Isaiah. How you doing, buddy?
In New York, I merely rock, hiding in my sock. I'm good.
Yeah, bro, you chilling, man. And we have a very special guest today. A special guest who is an esteemed colleague of ours coming out of high school.
State your name, cuz.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Breezy in the house.
Breezy. So what brings you around these parts, man?
Oh man, you know what it is. It's the weekend of the new Spider-Man release. So after we get done here,
Yeah,
we'll head out to go see what's good with that.
Yeah, man. If you guys don't know, with a lot of our friends, we like to go out, see a lot of these big superhero movies before, or as a unit. So we're excited to see this. We might get into that a little bit later, but yeah, how's everybody's week been, man?
I mean, the week's been all right. I got paid Wednesday, it's lit. Then I had to go and spend $300 on some Kendrick tickets.
Some fucking money that you kept hassling me for.
Because look, man. For the people watching this video right now, the tickets were $140 each in section 108. 108. Lucky of a deal that is. Fuck out of here, Robert. I ain't telling you with this shit. Come on, man.
Hey, well, I'm just saying, bro. You could have scaled back on the hassling with my cheese, bro.
Hey, you want to get. What I learned in life, you want to get something, you just gotta hassle people. That's how you get. That's the only way you're gonna get it.
All right, I guess.
I wanted it, so I'm gonna go get it.
What about you, C Breezy?
No, it's just like every other week, except I gotta take a Calc 2 class, so that kind of blows. But
Oh man.
other than that, I've been pretty good.
Calc 2. So, wait, Breezy, what's your major again?
Computer science.
You wanted them, huh?
We're gonna talk about that too in a lot of ways. We have some interesting topics coming up, but first, I think we should kick it off with the new Hove album, 444.
Yo,
Guys, what's the deal with this?
To be honest, I liked it.
You liked it?
I don't know what the dramatic ass pause I did, but yeah, it was a very good album. On my list of top 10 albums so far, at least for rap, it's probably number 3 or number 2, or at least so in the middle. The top 3 so far is Damn and Big Fish Theory and 444. But what made the album so good to me was just it's interesting seeing. It was really like a grown ass man rapping.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
He was like really speaking on some real shit. I mean, I can't relate to this shit too much because we're all young here. We're all like 20 years old, around that age. So, like, we're not going to be out here talking about marital issues and having kids and what they think about us. At least not yet. I hope not right now because I can't deal with that shit right now. I ain't got no money. But, yeah. So,
What about you, C Breezy?
I mean, like, I really liked it, actually. I just felt it was just a breath of fresh air in the whole entire game. Like,
Be honest with us. Be honest with us. Did you listen to it?
Nigga, miss you with that bullshit.
Okay, I'll be real with you guys. I didn't listen to the entire thing. But
Bro, okay, look.
The few songs I did listen to, I just got blown away because just all of his worldviews and politics he was talking about in his songs is just like it really speaks on a whole nother level that you just don't see anymore in today's rap.
Breezy, just tell me, you listen to Draco, right? You heard that one, right?
Yeah.
Nigga, that's...
Man, it's the wrong album.
I'm sorry, man.
You guys got me.
I had to do it, man. I'm sorry. I love you, Breezy. I have to do it, man. Man, just... Man, I don't know. It's in me. Like if I like you can tell when somebody ain't listening to nothing. Like I believe you say you heard a few songs, but it's just like what songs have you listened to though?
Actually, I don't really know the name of him because I just heard him like on the radio the day the album dropped, so I don't know the name or like really what track they're on, but just hearing him, because just the stuff he was talking about and brought up, and then I saw too online a couple of people just giving their opinions on it and reviews, and like one guy I heard put it pretty clearly, like a lot of people that say they don't like the album is mainly because they don't understand the lyrics behind it or what he's actually, the message he's trying to get across. Like rap nowadays is just like, if you gotta, I was saying, one dude I saw online, his review of it pretty much summed it up, just the general response to the album in general. It's just that since rap nowadays is just basically whoever has the like sickest beat basically gets to the top charts, minus Kendrick, because he actually has substance in his, and I actually did listen to Damn.
Yeah.
So but since it didn't really have that element to it, so that's why a lot of people are just like shaking it off, and they just don't understand like what Jay-Z's trying to get at in his album. But like they don't really like it because they don't understand what he's trying to get at. That's basically what I was just trying to say.
Yeah. No, I think it's and I think that's what makes it like really interesting, is the whole complexity of seeing this kind of 47-year-old man at odds, like in different points. And I think it's almost like deliberately ordered in a fashion that kind of gives you context for like his mindset, right? Like it starts off with like Kill Jay-Z, where he's like all of his opponents are like trying to get at him, like all these people stabbing him in the back, you know. And then it goes to the story of OJ. Obviously, OJ was a big part of 2016. So I feel like he's setting us and moving us along this kind of narrative story, like leading up to like 444. You know, obviously he's apologizing for Lemonade and all that stuff. So, but I mean that's what's interesting is seeing how the superstar and hip hop music of a yester generation is coping with these ideas that are resting. You know what I'm saying? Like I know the whole album was produced by No ID, which is a really interesting kind of combination we see with OJ. No ID, obviously with that extensive background. So I mean my question is to y'all, like, is this too smart for normal people?
No.
Hold up, what?
Is this too smart? I mean, that's one of the criticisms, right? I mean, 50 Cent said like it was too smart for niggas because, you know, motherfuckers like to get high and shit. But like, I get what he's saying, but
you just asked if it's too smart for normal people. I'm gonna have to say no.
Is it too smart for niggas?
Yes.
And here you have a computer science ass nigga. But jokes aside, I wouldn't say it's too smart, but it's not appealing. Because the thing I have with intelligence is that it's very rare for somebody to be born with like you see like super smart people in your class and stuff, and you think like, oh, they must have been born smart. They're not born. It's very rare for somebody to be born with like that vast amount of intelligence. Because the common man has the same capacity to learn stuff. It's all about effort. And the thing is, it's effort and like something being appealing to you if you actually wanted to go do something. Like with me, for example, at least, school, I didn't care about school at first, and then I saw my brother was doing better than me, then I decided to get my game up. Started doing good in school, started getting A's and stuff. The thing with this album is I don't think it's too smart for the common black man, at least. It's not too smart. It's just like a lot of times people be on some bullshit. They don't want to hear that shit right now. They want to hear Uzi. They want to hear 21. They want to hear freaking
XXX Tentacion.
No, not that fuck nigga. Nobody listen to him.
He's the best.
Yachty?
I don't know. Okay. I'm just gonna say this one. I don't know any niggas that listen to Lil Yachty. I don't know any niggas that listen to Lil Yachty.
Well, see, I mean, it brings up
what you were just saying basically goes back to what I said earlier about people really didn't like it because it didn't have like a lit beat that they could just pick up and just start headbanging to, or just like they don't understand the message behind it, so that's really why they don't like it.
Yeah, niggas still putting money phones to the ear and shit. But I mean, I think what it comes down to is what when I say like for normal people or for niggas, what I really mean is, does it have like a? I mean, you guys kind of answered it too. It doesn't have like a broad appeal. Like it has a very specific message, a very specific target, and who it's trying to appeal to, doesn't live up to what most people think is like the stereotypical definition of like a black man, or a nigga. You know what I mean? So like when and whether or not those stereotypes are accurate or not is besides the point. Is whether or not that perception is still out. So I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of learning, kind of this education curve, let's curve the subject a little bit. Like, I know both of y'all are studying in the field of technology or something.
Or like STEM, you mean?
Yeah, STEM. Yeah. So you're doing computer engineering, right?
Right.
And computer science.
Yeah.
All right. So like, what's like?
Wait, sorry, not to cut you off, but computer science and computer engineering they're two different things. So please do not get them mixed up. I get kind of annoyed by that because I do completely different things than Breezy over here. I'm sorry, I just have to. It's just like a.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the difference. Break down the difference.
Okay, well, the difference is computer engineering deals with hardware. It's essentially electrical engineering with some stuff left out. And like 4 programming classes in like C++ and assembly and C, which you probably don't even know. But I don't.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't blame you for not knowing.
I barely know it. I'm a CS major.
Come on, Breezy. You gotta represent.
Yeah, it's basically what Isaiah was saying. The main difference between computer science and computer engineering is that computer engineers basically are essentially electrical engineers in that they build the actual hardware for the computers and put together the different components that go into making it what you can define as a computer. Because the box you buy, like say you go down to like Best Buy or something and buy a pre-built computer, like that's commonly like defined as a computer, but all those components in there don't have to be there for a computer to be a computer.
Right.
So it's just knowing all like the bare bones minimum of what a computer is and just working with the outside mechanisms of it.
Okay. So I mean, like, what are some of the challenges you guys go through, like being black people studying like STEM?
I mean, like, the main issue I've had so far is just like there are some weird people, bruh. Like the thing that annoys me the most is like, okay, like I'm not trying to go against any of your like races or anything right now, but it's just like, at least for me as a young black man, like when you grow up around black people and then you hang around with people that are not black, like you can tell who doesn't talk to people who don't talk to black people often, or who have rarely talked to a black person in their life, because you get to see in the interactions they have with you and how like they talk to you. Like I was in a bridge program essentially my freshman year of college, and it was like an all engineering class, so it was about 15 of us. And then everybody's an engineering major, and then we just kind of get to know each other and stuff. So then, like this past year, we're sophomores. I see this one dude, and then we're just chatting it up because they were in our old classroom studying for a final for dynamics. I'm not gonna get into what dynamics is. Y'all don't want to know what it is, but
yeah, sounds complicated.
It's very, but I remember he called me like, "Hey Miles, fuck." He called me. He was like, "Isaiah." You could just split that in. I didn't know because when I pause, I think it's fine.
Restart the story.
So this dude called me. He was like, "Hey Isaiah, I got a question for you." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Is it like ever hard for you, being, like black in STEM?" And I was like, what do you mean?" Like it was a random question because I don't know what race he was, to be honest. I don't want to assume his race, but actually I'm gonna assume a little. I think he was maybe Filipino, maybe half. I'm not entirely sure, so I'm not gonna get a definitive answer. But anyway, he was just asking me. He's like, "Yeah, like Like I know, like with like does it make you like uncomfortable? You know, like with like the severe lack of brothers. So the call, and I was like, "What the?" In my head, I'm like, "What the fuck is this dude talking to me about?" I was like, in my head, I'm like, "One, it's like brothers, bro. What the fuck? It's in 1970." It's like you think I walk up to any black person, like, "Hey, what's up, my brother? What's happening on the low? Y'all keeping it straight?" Like, I mean, I talk to everybody. Well, I mean, you don't talk to everybody the same, but I approach everybody the same way, essentially.
Yeah. See, well, I'm allowed to ask that question because I'm black, so we're all brothers here.
But it's not even like it's like one. Yeah, part of it is the question, but the other part is just like it's just like it's so random. And it's like just like it's like the thing people don't understand is just like the way an interaction goes means a lot. But like when you evaluate the whole thing, especially when you approach a person. So when you approach a person like, oh, like the severe lack of brothers, like low-key talking to me like I'm like a test subject or something. It's just kind of like, damn. But it's like that's like you could just tell. That's how I knew like these people do not talk to niggas at all.
That's rather disrespectful. Well, what? How about you, see Breezy? Is there any kind of experience that kind of weirded you out being in?
Yeah, because
science?
I know it's the same over there in CS. Well, at least I mean like
let me think.
ratio wise, ratio wise. Yeah, that's.
I really can't say I have had any experiences like what you were talking about, Isaiah. But I think that mainly comes to there being like just as a minority in that field, like there's a line that you have to be in, and like you just have to fall into it,
Right.
just instinctively. And I think I've done a pretty good job of just doing that. I don't know why it's like that, but it just is what it is. Like, and then we got that experience from our high school, actually, just that.
Right.
There weren't too many black people there, or the ones that were there were just like they either did fall in line or they didn't. So
Right. I mean, we all participated in NSBE, National Society of Black Engineers, all together in high school.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's a fundamental experience for you two guys in college too, or?
Well, I'm a member right now, but I want to get more involved this upcoming year. I mean,
Could you please explain what it is for listeners?
oh well, the National Society of Black Engineers is a organization, of course, in the name, a national organization focusing on increasing the amount of STEM students that are of young people of color, and increasing their chances of helping their community when they are adults, and getting them, like I said, getting them into the STEM field, engineering, math, science, whatever you name it. And the program itself is it's a pretty cool program. Considering we were in it high school, they had competitions, conferences around the country. Like we went to Pittsburgh, we went to Nashville, Tennessee. That was a funny story.
That's some great experiences.
Denver, and then I mean there were some in California, but those were kind of the lame ones.
Count.
Yeah, those are the lame ones.
San Francisco.
We went to that wasn't San Francisco. That was Burlingame.
See, we're in Region 6, so what Region 6 is like the West Coast, like California. But there's 6 different regions across the state.
Yeah, and our region was California, Nevada, Arizona,
New Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah. Washington, right?
Yeah, Washington. Yeah,
Oregon.
probably. It's literally just a West Coast.
You know, we used to compete in these math and science competitions, right? What were they called? The
Trimathlon.
trimathlons.
Was that it? I thought
Yeah.
that was something different.
But
Oh, it is. Okay, yeah. Keep going. Sorry.
So, but it's funny because our team were like resounded as like the team, from the California, from the high school that we're at, was just like resounded as the top team. But we only like won like the top prize once, and there's always one team that beat us. And I can't remember exactly which team that was.
Was it the one that had Mexicans on the team?
No. It was a different team. But anyway,
Wait, was it the team from Albuquerque?
it might have been Albuquerque. But did you know? I mean, one of those dudes goes to school with one of our other friends who goes to Harvard.
Oh, wait,
He does?
seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I think he was telling me that.
Yeah, so like obviously like what like groomed out of this program were like pretty fucking like top scholars like, who were doing like these math triathlons or whatever. Like, but I mean I just brought that up to bring up like it's kind of funny how like small the network could be and how big it could reach like to different states and everything like.
Yeah. But well, to get back to the original point of us being in Nesby while we're in college, I mean, in terms of in college, Nesby is more better for networking with companies and colleges just to get to an end, like trying to see if you can get into grad school, trying to see if you can like land an internship. Because if I'm being real, at least at my school's Nesby chapter, it seems like collegiate is mainly just a lot of Africans.
What's that supposed to mean, man?
I mean, duh.
I mean,
Wait, is there something bad what happened to me Africans? Is this like a thing or what? Right?
there's nothing wrong with having Africans. I'm not trying to knock down on Africans, but like, but what I mean is, people. I mean, at least because from the freshmen I talk about, they want to relate more to black people. We're all African American at the end of the day, but at least. Come on, man. Come on.
Go ahead.
Come on, man. You know what I mean, man. There's a difference, bro. Come on, man.
I think the difference is racism.
The fuck out of here with that noise.
Hey, I want to go back to my original point before we started talking about Nesby, where I was talking about how there's like just a like unspoken line that a lot of black folks have to just fall into when they're going for like jobs or education and stuff.
Yeah.
I just wanted to touch on that. Like, I've had a few job interviews or just in general, like professional events that I've gone to where it was just, I felt more under pressure to act like not like extra professional or just like not be myself, like when I'm presenting or something. And I feel that carries over to a lot of different aspects of life for black people.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like African Americans, especially us as black men, we have to go into every workplace. Even with me doing entertainment and film, I got to put on an extra face, extra smile, I got to wear my suit a little nice, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm sure if you guys go into engineering, it's the same uphill battle, especially considering the lack of representation.
Well, yeah, but it's a thing that a lot of African American parents, they teach their kids for a while now, because it's just a stigma associated with her race. It's when you when you're presented with a quote unquote big opportunity, you want to present yourself well. That's why your parents tell you stand up straight, make sure your hair is right, make sure you're dressed right, make sure your tie is right. Because it's just a matter of presentation, because presentation means everything.
Yeah, literally. Like just this last week, actually, at the StubHub Center, home of the LA Galaxy and now the LA Rams for a little bit. They're holding a job fair up there, giving out jobs to just anyone who came up and applied. So I was just like, hey, I'm not doing anything. I could use the extra cash. I'll go get a job. So I go up there. I do an interview. I get the job. I thought it was pretty easy myself because I've done interviews before, so I kind of know the ins and outs and what to do and what not to do. But just waiting in line to get an interview, because there were so many people up there looking for jobs, like at least half of the people were like how we were just discussing about falling in line, like wearing the appropriate attire, like business casual to business professional, had neat and tidy hair and groomed themselves pretty well. And those are the people that ended up getting the jobs and hired on the spot. Whereas the people who just threw on any old thing or were sagging or just like unkempt hair or just unsightly, those are the people who got turned down.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, especially having to represent a different side of an area or a culture, like with those regional job fairs, they're looking for people who stand out amongst their peers. So like coming up dressed up, and everything. Like if they have a job fair in like Long Beach, but they know like Long Beach people don't really dress well or whatever. If you come in there showing up, suit, tie, all that stuff, it helps out a lot. And I think that's we should heed word to a lot of that kind of advice that we were giving as kids about that stuff. So
yeah. like I said, presentation, literally everything nowadays.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so, I mean, is there any like kind of professors or like, or anything that you guys have to deal with doing computer science or computer engineering?
I mean, like, professors, I mean, like, they're hard professors. It's nothing like, I want to say, like, well, since we were just talking about, well, me at least, I was talking about, like, kind of racial issues. Nothing like that with professors. It's just professors being hard, right. Considering it's a STEM major, engineering. But, I mean, the teachers, I mean, I don't like my teachers, but at the same time, I like them just because I started having upper division classes this past semester. And, I mean, it actually got me to, like, actually try some more in school to like whip into shape. Like I can't really keep on fucking around, like just like doing my homework late and stuff, or like doing it like the night before. Like I mean, it helped me whip in shape, but yeah, man, sometimes, it was something. I remember it was computer logic design 2, so this is like the first upper division class I had, and it was not a lot of people in the class because there was only 2 sections. So my class, there was like maybe like 17 people in it. So our professor, he would know your name. So like, no, and the way he would ask questions, you didn't raise your hand. It was very rare you could raise your hand. He would point you out in front of everybody to answer the question. So then I remember the first week, like everybody was getting dogged. Remember he would be like, Isaiah, what is a D flip-flop? I was like, huh? What? I don't know. Like just fucking around because I don't know the answer. And then like it will kind of like fuck you up. Like kind of emotionally because you're like, damn, I look dumb as fuck. But I mean, the thing that helped is like a lot of people didn't really know too much either because, well, that's one problem with my college, at least in the college, because the intro class to the same subject, it's about 8 different teachers, at least when me and Breezy were freshmen. And then they were like, the classes were the same subject, but they'll be wildly different, so different teaching styles. Yeah. So like there's a chance you could be prepared, like mad prepared, or you have the same dude teaching the upper division class, or we were not gonna know nothing. Because the person I had, he just started. He was a part-time lecturer. He was not that good. I mean, it sucks when you're a freshman, you don't know like college. This is your first like class dealing with the subject. So me, I got a C in that class. I didn't try. I literally just passed. If I had it now I could have killed it. But back then, it's just hard. It's like you take that same knowledge, or like that lack of knowledge, sort of say, and then take it to the upper division class. It's just hard.
Right.
Yeah, I think touching on that too, a problem with at least our school, since me and Isaiah go to the same school, just for at least CS, and I've noticed this. I should have noticed earlier and capitalized on it, but the teachers that you want to go for are the ones that are part-time workers at the school and that actually work in the field, so they know what they're doing. Because there's been a couple of times where I just schedule my classes around like, oh, what's convenient for me. I don't want to be at school at like late or early in the morning, like 8 a.m., 7 a.m., or I don't want to be at school like at the graveyard shift, like 5 to 9.
Right.
But the graveyard shift is terrible, by the way. Not to interrupt you, but it's terrible.
This last semester, I ended up taking the graveyard shift because that's where the actual teachers were. Because they have actual day jobs in the field. So the teachers I had like my freshman, sophomore year, those were like the classes that were the ideal schedule for me. But when it comes time to like learning the material and asking for like actual instruction on what you're learning, they just couldn't answer the questions the same way these teachers that actually work in the field can. And I've just found that really amazing, actually, that I didn't see this until my last semester.
Right.
And obviously learning is important, but I'm pretty sure it's common for STEM majors, once you get to about junior level, you realize, I don't know shit. And then, like, you really got to backtrack, and then, like, you really got to get in your own, you know? Like, you got to make the best of every situation, like, learn that material. Because when you're out in the workforce, you're, like, you got to know your shit.
Yeah, that's important. It's extremely important. And even if you don't know your shit, you kind of have to act like you know your shit. Just kind of hover.
You can only front for so long.
Yeah.
You can act like you know it and learn it while you're working. That
Right.
can work too, but
It's tough that way. Like,
Unless you get a practical interview where they
a practical interview. Yeah, but if you can't answer that, then I mean that's what
you weren't getting the job regardless.
Well, a lot of practical interviews now they kind of ask you basic stuff. At least at our level right now, because we don't know too much.
Yeah,
Right.
well now, but after you like get a diploma and you go into
Okay,
practical
yeah.
interview,
If you're going for like senior engineer level 2, you better know your shit. If you don't, then like, fuck you doing,
right.
But
Right. Well, yeah. So, I mean, any other kind of trippy like differences you guys see in doing what you guys do, or
differences in
like just as compared to some of your other friends, like who are like not doing computer, like me. Like I'm not. Like, do you think it's like vastly different? Like,
well, from film,
just from anything, like
how
any
about
other
saying
major,
film?
like-
Very different.
I mean, but like in terms of like keeping up like your image, or like doing all that kind of stuff,
keeping
like,
up like
My image.
or like being.
I mean, like
fucking black people. You know what I mean?
I'm about to say, like, as for, like, for my image, I mean, like, I don't really care about image when I go to my engineering classes. I had a Friday class. I would show up. I mean, I would try to dress nice, if I'm going to like a BSU meeting, like when there's like girls around or something. But okay, first of all,
why you
okay,
say it
like
like that.
because we're in a drought, Breezy. There's nothing. It's a goddamn desert.
Why don't you take a sip of that bottle of water over there?
Nah, fuck you.
Somebody's thirsty.
Hey, though, if there's some young people watching this right now interested in engineering, and you still like girls, go for civil. They're all in civil. The 5 of them are in civil.
Well, I don't know what the difference is. So
Well, civil engineering. Civil.
Let's not get into this.
Nah, I'm gonna get into it real quick. Civil engineering is just like buildings and structures and highways and shit.
okay, yeah, okay.
That's all I was gonna say.
So, but I mean, what's the difference in girls, man? That's what I was asking.
Oh, and girl. Well, like I said, there's 5 in civil compared to like a half in CS,
Right.
or at least CE, computer engineering.
All right, enough of that. All right, so what we got next going on? Well, I mean, kind of talked about it a little before the show, but we're about to see Spider-Man: Homecoming, obviously, the third reboot in the Spider-Man saga,
Hell
if
yeah.
you will, cinematically. I mean, I don't really know how I'm feeling about this walking in. Obviously, has about 94% Rotten Tomatoes. So, what do you guys think of what's gonna happen here? Like,
I think this is going to be pretty good. It's been, I don't know how many years since I've seen the original Spider-Man trilogy, but
classic films, classic.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 is the greatest film of all time.
Let me just
oh my bad.
I get
a little
that shit.
closer, a little closer.
But yeah, so the only I don't remember much about those. But I remember they were some pretty solid films. And then
Some of my favorites. The Raimi trilogy.
yeah, Toby was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
RB3, what did you think about the Amazing Spider-Man against
Well-
a duo? You can't say
okay.
trilogy in this case.
Well, see, that's what I was gonna get to. I mean, we
Yeah,
talk
we were just about
about
to start talking
we
about
talk about the original Sam Raimi having with Sam Raimi, the director of those movies, having Tobey Maguire as our Spider-Man, Kristen Dunst, obviously, and then we go on to the new reboots. Released in 2012, 2004. The second one was released in 2014. What I think, look, I love the originals. I thought particularly Spider-Man 2 is one of my favorite movies, probably of all time. Just not as long as Spider-Man. And the original Spider-Man I wasn't a big fan of. Actually, it's good, but it's not like the same level as Spider-Man 2, obviously. Spider-Man 3, you can complain about all you want. But I did enjoy Spider-Man 3, actually.
I liked it too, but I mean, I'm joking when I say it's the greatest movie of all time. Because, I mean, the last time I saw it was when it came out, and I was like,
Yeah.
like what? Like freaking 10?
I think what people don't give credit to that movie for is people talk about the whole shit when he's like dancing in the black suit or whatever.
I
like-
mean, it's a show of point. I mean, yeah, it's corny. It's corny as hell.
Well, no.
But it's a point. It's a show of point.
It's a clear reference to when and Spider-Man 2 when he was walking and then it was like raindrops are falling on my head and it was like the exact opposite. That's what I thought I was going for, but I guess nobody else got it. But
you're the film major, man.
Hey man, I thought that was pretty funny. But the reboots. Okay, obviously Andrew Garfield. I like the first one.
Yeah,
I like the
same
Amazing
here.
one. I like the first Amazing Spider-Man.
The first one was cool. I have not seen the second one though, but
fuck the second one.
Second was fucking garbage. Fuck. Jamie Foxx is fucking Electro. Good
look,
God.
man, hey, look, Jamie won for the coaching, nigga.
He wasn't one for that shit. He was fucking.
Hey, go watch Ray right now, nigga. Go watch that shit.
And watch Amazing Spider-Man 2. How did this guy get out?
Amazing Spider-Man 2. Electro wasn't the problem. Green Goblin wasn't the problem. Rhino wasn't the problem. The problem was all three of them were jammed into the same fucking movie.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much literally what happened with Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, Spider-Man 3. But see, like Spider-Man 3, at least you liked the motherfucking who's the Sandman and
No,
and,
I'm just saying that it's just kind of funny. It's like literally the same
the
problem.
exact same problem. Yeah,
Like,
and then rebooted again.
Cram 3 villains into 2 hours. Like, what were they thinking?
Yeah,
You know,
it was reckless. to say
you
the
know,
least.
on the subject of like the past two, well, only one of us is a trilogy, so I guess 2 Spider-Man sagas. Let's call them that.
Yeah.
How do you guys think about both Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's portrayal as Spider-Man and Peter Parker? Because a lot of people's opinions that Andrew Garfield played a better
Phenomenal.
He played a better Spider-Man, but Tobey Maguire played a better Peter Parker. Which I can see that because, like, look, man, you see Andrew Garfield, I'm like, look, that's a 30-year-old, almost 30-year-old dude. Ain't no damn high school nerd.
Yeah.
That look, he like, if you see him in a party, like, you won't think nothing of that dude.
Well, listen, I think first off, the first problem is they keep fucking putting him in high school, right? I mean, I know that's where a lot of comics are set, but get him out of there, start him in fucking college or something.
Well, at least, sorry, not to cut you off, but at least Spider-Man 1, you know, didn't they cut it off halfway? Like, didn't they graduate?
Yeah, to graduate. Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes
that's
sense.
epic.
But it's
Yeah.
just fucking okay. Also, just speaking on this, like I think what Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, I think he was more of like the 1950s, 60s, like deep beep, like one of those like upbeat Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Yeah. So he was one of those, kind of represent. It's like Captain America in like Marvel, like he's the old man. But and the new ones they do like a more modern twist on it, which I'm actually a big fan of. I think it speaks so differently to like the place and culture that were different at the time of these movies taking place. Like obviously like the first one taking place after like 9/11, so it's very much like New Yorker, proud, and then like even through the whole trilogy it's all about like New York, like New York, and and like the way they show Peter Parker just being fucking like dirt poor, you know what I mean? Like and like the newer ones, you don't really see like much economic like struggle. It's not really as much about the city as it is about like the villains or like the extras and whatnot. So it's kind of interesting to see those like contrast. And but in terms of Peter Parker's, I mean, look, I like them both. Tom Holland was good too, the new guy. He was good in Civil War. I'm looking forward to him too. I mean, to me, Toby's always gonna be my guy.
Just because that was like the first one you saw, right?
Yeah.
So I mean,
it's tough to adapt.
I like all of them too. Excuse me.
Yeah. So that's that. That's yeah. So but yeah, I think go ahead.
Another point on that too. I think Aunt May in these movies has regressively gotten younger.
Honestly, man, I'm fine with this change. Like, come on, man. I don't want to see no old lady the whole time, man. We've seen it. It's just like we've seen it so much. That's why I like about this. I mean, we haven't seen the film obviously, but I like how like they're not even doing the origin story because like, look, we know what happens. We know Spider-Man's forever now. We know what happens. Ben, like Uncle Ben. Spoilers if you somehow don't know about Spider-Man, but Uncle Ben gets knocked, gets rocked, wind up on the street. It's like great power comes great responsibility. Kicks the bucket. Peter's like, oh, we gotta roll. And then Aunt May is going around doing Aunt May stuff, so we can sit around the house. Like, come on, man.
Hey, man,
It's a new era. Like I said, it's a modernized version. So like, let's keep it modern. Why is it? I'm sorry, but like, why is your aunt 80 years old? Like,
hey man,
I'm just saying, man. That's like a wide gap with your grandparents.
She was still the best Aunt May though, man. The old lady. What's her name? Rosemary Harris or some shit like that.
I'm just saying, man.
She's still the best one to me.
That's a wide gap.
I don't need to see a fucking 20-year-old Aunt May either, man. I mean, Jesus Christ.
I'm not saying 20, bro.
They made her. They literally made her like that young just so Tony Stark could flirt with her. What you saying, really?
Yeah. Well, it looks like she's about to get ready to get back on the market.
I know. Good guy.
She didn't care about Uncle Ben.
Fucking.
Man, she don't need to, man.
And yeah, so I don't know about all that, but hey, look, I'm looking forward to. We're about to see it tonight. I mean, if all the other superhero movies this year have been pretty alright. I mean, I like Logan, obviously Lego Batman, Wonder Woman was decent.
Nah, fuck out of here. You gave it a 7 out of 10.
Decent.
That's not decent.
Then it's a fucking 6 or whatever.
Bro, that's fucked up.
It's good. It's good, but
Yeah,
it wasn't the fucking greatest movie ever made.
Nobody's saying that right now, but it's like, bro.
Motherfuckers are saying it's like the best DC movie. Nah, man, that's not the best DC movie.
I mean, since
ever
Batman vs Superman.
I agree with that. Yeah,
I'm about
the best new one. Yeah, it's the best new one.
I'm about to say, like, dude, like, what are you comparing that to? Man of Steel, and and Batman v Superman.
Bro, of course that shit. Of course, it's better than those fucking pieces of garbage. But it's not like the best thing. It's no Dark Knight. You know what I'm saying? It's not that.
Man, RB3 talking like they touched him or some shit. He on one.
With fucking garbage, fucking Suicide Squad bought a whole fucking shirt, $60.
No, that hasn't happened. Me and RB3 and a homie of ours were at Universal Studios. 20 fools stopped this dude asking about a Suicide Squad shirt. Talk about he's like, hey, that movie was good, right? He's like, yeah. He ain't even seen the movie yet. Saw that shit the next day. He was like, he just went off on Facebook. Like, that shit was garbage.
Yeah, that shit was fucking awful. I can't believe it. I even brought the fucking extended cut. Thought it was gonna be better, man.
You a hoe.
Jesus Christ. But
this is why multiple villains in movies don't work.
we make a whole movie about villains, of course. All right. So I guess last but not least, we've got our story time for today. Mr. Isaiah, why don't you lay down some high school facts for us?
Hey, man. All right. We got next time story time here today. Boy Isaiah, as you know, right here. Back at it again. All right. So the story for today is the Ask If M story. I don't know if y'all remember what Ask If M was, but this is the most bullshit you'll ever see on the internet. Ever. At least in my young life. See, Ask If M was pretty much everybody would have a bulletin or like a board or whatever, or like a page that people would ask anonymous questions on. Just to ask him some dumb shit. Like some high, he had some hot girls on there. He'd just be asking him shit like, oh, what's your number? Oh, what school you go to? That's some dumb shit like that. Because niggas are scared and they want to be anonymous. But this is probably like the worst website I've ever experienced in my young life, as I've said already.
Oh, no. All right,
So here's the problems I've had with this site. Because this site has gotten me into quite a little trouble during high school. So this is around our junior year. I'm about fucking...
Say Breezy remembers.
I just remember.
Exactly. You better remember, Breezy. I'm glad you're right here. So I'm about, I don't know, let's say 16 years old. You don't know what the fuck you're doing when you're 16 years old. At least for me. So there is a girl in our school that I was trying to get at.
Just one?
You want to tell the story, Breezy?
You continue.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so we have each other on Ask If Film. So normally I just be asking her some little kid shit, like trying to see if she could realize it's me. Like, I put like some dumbass joke I would tell her every other day because that was the only joke I had in my arsenal at the time. But that's the point. I've been trying to get at this chick for a while. We go on to a Nesby conference, as we were talking about earlier. So it's me, RB3J, Breezy was there too. A bunch of the homies were there. This is in LA. So we in the hotel, and in the conference, every year at the conference they have a dance. Uh-huh. Yeah, Breezy shocked as fuck right now because he remembered the bullshit you did. So every year they have a dance. So me, RB3J, and a homie, we went down to the dance. And then Breezy and our other homie, they stayed in the room that we were all hanging out in.
RB3 was there too.
Yeah, I was there.
Now, see, here's
I had nothing to do with this.
Here's the issue. See, I had a Surface tablet at the time, like right when it came out, and I was logged on to Ask FM on it on the browser. I thought I locked it, but apparently I didn't lock that shit when I left the room. So I'm at the dance or whatever. We on the wall and shit. Nobody doing nothing. There's a bunch of little kids there. I'm like, all right, for sure. I'm going to Ask FM. Going to Ask FM. I see on the girl I'm trying to get as profile a bunch of questions asked by me. From my account.
That's no good.
But then in my mind, I'm like, hold up, I never asked this shit. So then it was like a spark in my head, like, these dirty ass niggas. They fucking took the tablet, started posting shit, some dumbass shit on the girl's profile, like, hey, so we gonna let a real nigga hit? Hey, I know you're not. Don't play. I know you like niggas. Like some shit.
Now, see, Breezy, you seem to be laughing.
Yeah, why you laughing, Breezy? Tell him why you laughing.
Circumstances. I'm curious. What was your involvement?
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I'm the one that did it. I'll keep it 100. I don't remember exactly what I posted, but I didn't even remember the story until he started telling it. But yeah, it was just a joke. Everybody laughed it off the next day. It was all cool.
I laughed that shit off.
Well, Miles, you got put in. Oh, sorry, my bad. Isaiah, so you were put in a compromising position. What was the end result?
The end result?
Yeah.
At that time, not that much, but later with the website, they got much worse. Much worse.
Tell us what happens.
Alright, so it's another girl I'm trying to get at.
Oh no!
This is the next semester.
I had nothing to do with this one.
You stay out the story, Breezy. I'm done with you. So, another girl I'm trying to get at. She's in my drama class, and I also had her on Ask a Film. So I was Oscar asking her retarded little kid shit. They don't mean nothing. Here's where the issue lies. Word got out that I like this girl and that I was screenshotting conversations I had with her.
Oh no! Why are you screenshotting conversations?
Okay, now look, I'm not a light skinned ass nigga.
What happened here, man?
Yeah, our school's pretty small, so word does get around pretty quick.
Word will get around in 10 minutes of some dumb shit.
Tell us what happened. Were you screenshotting these conversations?
I will not screenshot in every conversation. I screenshotted once to show something to a classmate. It was only
your cousin?
My fake cousin.
We'll talk about this another day.
Fuck that nigga. But yeah, that's another question. But I screenshot it. I would only screenshot it twice, and both times it was just a dumb joke. That it wasn't even a joke. It was just she was just making me look stupid. I always thought it was funny, so I just wanted to share it with a classmate of mine that I would talk to a lot in math class.
Kind of vent your emotions to in a lot of ways. Like you'll show him these messages to kind of cope with what you're dealing with this woman, right?
Not really. I thought it was funny. That's why I sent it.
All right.
But then
I'm trying to help you out, man. I'm trying to toss you a ball here, bro.
I'm not, man. Fuck out of here. Nah, the emotions came later when this dude was posted on a Facebook page. All the guys in the class were in. So word got out. And I took screenshots.
Let's give context to this. We had what was this Facebook page you're talking about?
It was called The Sexy Man of Blank. I'm not gonna say the high school name.
So we had. You're telling me there was a page, a Facebook page full of all men in the class of 2015, which we graduated, that we just had a page to each other, to ourselves, or what was this like? We thought it was a page to all the guys, but then we found out there was a girl in the page the whole time. So
and the class president would be letting the girls
who's
had a
also your
page
fake
too.
cousin.
Yeah, who was also my fake cousin. Yeah, yeah. He let the girl page know what we were the dumb shit we were talking about. Anyway, that's only a mere part of this story. It's a relevant part.
I want to get these details crystal clear. Your fake cousin, who was also the class president, you sent him screenshots of a conversation you had with this girl, and he posted them on the girl's Facebook page as opposed to the guy's Facebook page?
No, he posted it on the guy's Facebook page.
Okay. But there was a girl
without my permission.
and there was a girl
Or
in the
consent.
and there's a girl in the male Facebook page.
Yes, she was
Okay.
like hidden. Nobody knew until some other drama happened. But I assume that's how word got out. Because eventually, word got out that I like this shit, and then I don't know. Maybe I think a rumor started that I said that she liked me, and I never said that. I don't know where that came from. So this girl approaches me in class saying, "Miles, why you? It don't fucking matter. Isaiah, why do you be screenshotting our messages?" And I was like,
Shit.
"What? What are you talking about? I'm not screenshotting our messages." Trying to play that shit off. I wasn't fooling nobody.
Yeah, man.
So then I leave class. I go to the homies. I say, "Yo, I'm fucking done. What do I do?" They're like, "I don't know." So then later that night, this girl goes on Ask a Film and writes like a paragraph on my wall. And then it's basically saying, "Oh, Isaiah, I don't like you." That was essentially what it was saying.
Was it like you're a nice guy?
I don't even think it was like some shit like. I don't even think it was like some shit like that.
Oh my god.
From what I remember, I just remember like two important sentences. It was like, I do not like you like that. I said, I don't know where you heard that from. And the other sentence was like, screenshot this.
Oh man.
LOL.
She burned you.
She might have been like a joke, but
She put the lit cigarette on your arm, basically.
Yeah, basically. I don't think you should have been asking her where to get 1,000 boba balls from, though.
Did you ask that?
what?
Did you ask that? You asked her where to get that?
I don't remember no fuck shit I asked. It was some dumbass shit I'll be asking. Like, bro, I don't want to like.
All right.
This is a bad. You can say in like a second, Breezy. Like, this is a bad website. It was a very bad experience I went through. What are you about to say?
You got to round out the story, man. Tell our listeners what happened between this chick and your fake cousin after this whole debacle.
Who's also our class president.
Man, the people that went to our high school, they gonna get a kick out of this if they hear this shit. Alright, man. Listen to this fuck shit. So fucking so this happened our junior year. Like the second semester of our junior year. So then I'm like, alright, she don't like me. I had to deal with some other issues at the time. So then I started worrying about it. Senior year begins. We're like taking like graduation photos and shit. Tell me why our class president is talking to me, and then we're in a group of friends talking to each other, and then the girl's name comes up, and I'm just like, yeah, that didn't work out too well. So I'm trying to ignore that shit. Tell me why I go home. This girl messages me on Facebook saying, "Hi, Isaiah. How was seeing your pictures? Also, what did you say about me?" Like I'm some dumbass idiot. Like I don't see like okay. Like that was a very poor veiling of the real answer you were trying to get.
You knew exactly the answer I was trying to get.
Like, I'm sorry. I mean, that's really kind of irrelevant to what I was talking about. I mean, the class president was in the convo, but I don't know. It's just like that moment struck with me. I was just like, what the fuck? Because I didn't even talk about her that much. I just, like, her name just came up and that was the end of it. So I'm like, so who's like, who would tell her who would freaking tell her I was talking about her? There are two dudes. One person in our friend group at the time. I'm not going to say his name either. Okay. And the class president. So later I found out that the chick I'm going after, or I tried to go after, I wasn't going after her at this point. But she got a new boo. She got a new boyfriend. Guess who this nigga is?
Who is it?
Fucking class president, man.
Oh, hold up. You know, you mean to tell me that our class president / your fake cousin screenshot the messages you sent to her? Those messages you showed him. He put those out there, and then the next year he's gonna turn around and put one in her back. Oh my God! Oh my God! Jesus Christ! He took your girl from you like, oh man,
I mean, hey,
Bro,
to
yeah.
be fair, she wasn't my girl, but I mean, like,
You just let him get away with that?
yeah, I mean that's disrespectful, man. That should have been faded.
what was I gonna do?
Should have faded him on sight.
I
Well,
wasn't gonna fight this nigga.
anyway, y'all, thanks for tuning in to the third episode of the Lucky Scholars. I know this is about 4 weeks late, and I sincerely do apologize, but you know, you got it, and we're here, and we're having fun, and yeah. So Isaiah, got anything else for the public, or?
Kids, never give up on your dreams. And also, I love every race on the planet. I have nothing against Africans or anything like that.
Fucking dumb as fuck, dog. All right, hey, see, Breezy.
I don't plan on buying a Tidal subscription, but I will get around to listening to that Jay-Z album.
Yeah.
And it is on iTunes now and on Apple Music. And I'm pretty sure Spotify. So, Jay, send us that check. We need funding.
We do need those bonus tracks, though. Support black businesses. And
Hashtag support black business.
And man, I'm affiliated with that, Miles. Or Isaiah, whatever your name is. So today, thank you guys for listening. Another episode of Lucky Scholars in the book. Peace out.
Fight on! Fight on! Fight on! Don! Fight on! Thank you. Fight on.